Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Nick Wright's playoff prediction will have Lakers fans ecstatic. Recently, LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers completed a 6-game Eastern Conference road trip that saw the team go 5-1, an impressive mark for any team even considering the relatively weak competition that Los Angeles faced on the slate. Although they're still the 9th seed in the vaunted Western Conference playoff picture, the Lakers have played some impressive basketball in recent weeks, and James has continued to perform at an All-NBA level despite turning 39 years old recently in the campaign. One person who will always have the Lakers back is none other than sports media personality Nick Wright of FS1, and needless to say, Wright was ecstatic about the Lakers' postseason chances following their recent road trip success. To me, what they have proven is not on the road trip, it's the last 2 months, said Wright, per First Things First on X, the social media platform formerly referred to as Twitter. Over the last 2 months, they have been one of the best teams in the sport. Now, are they going to get the reward of that of not having to play in the double play-in being the 9 seed? I don't know. It's a very tough path and you're running out of time. There's 1 win separating the 5 seed from the 9 seed, but it's 3 losses separating the 5 seed from the 9 seed, and 2 losses separating the Lakers from the 7 and the 8 seed. So they might be stuck there, I don't know. But I think that they are, in a series, as dangerous as any team in the Western Conference other than Denver, and I think they keep proving it to you the later we get in the season with LeBron and AD still healthy, with the offense clicking like this. Consistency has been hard to come by for the Lakers this year. At times, as Wright mentioned, the team is capable of looking like a true juggernaut, such as during their run to the NBA's inaugural in-season tournament championship in December. In other instances, such as every single time they play the Sacramento Kings, the Lakers look like a very pedestrian ball club. Of course, teams with LeBron James usually fare quite well come playoff time, even as the lower seed. We saw that last year when the Lakers took on the 2nd-seeded Memphis Grizzlies and sent them packing in an uncompetitive 6 games. It's likely that if Los Angeles were to be matched up with a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder in round 1 this year, the Lakers would be the Vegas favorites. However, first things first, getting to the postseason, which might require the Lakers to win not 1 but 2 win-or-go-home games in the dreaded play-in tournament, including a potential matchup with Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. In any case, the Lakers will next take the floor on Sunday back at home versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Austin Rivers on the Lakers, not a team you want to play the first round. The Los Angeles Lakers may not be making up ground in the West standings, but hope remains alive that the franchise can pull off some upsets this postseason. According to veteran guard Austin Rivers, they are a team that nobody wants to face in the playoffs, especially in the first 2 rounds. This is exactly what we wanted to see, Rivers said on the Lakers via Get Up. We wanted to see the Lakers play this type of basketball early in the season. You look at their starting lineup. Numbers were spread out across the board: Austin, Reeves, D'Angelo, Russell, Anthony, Davis, Rui, Hachimura, LeBron James rounding it out. These, Thunder, Timberwolves, are young teams who don't have that experience. These are teams that anybody and everybody I think sees the Lakers being able to compete, not only compete but beat. The only team ahead of them that we know they cannot beat is Denver. So as long as they don't match up with them, and if they're able to get out of this play-in, I think the Lakers could make a realistic run back to the conference finals. The Lakers have experienced some rough turbulence this season due to injuries, lineup changes, and various obstacles that have been thrown their way all season long. Coming off last season's run to the conference finals, there was an expectation that the Lakers would compete for a top seed this year. Instead, they barely managed to hold their ground at 9th and are on a collision course with the Warriors for the final playoff spot in the West. Even so, the Lakers proved last spring how dangerous they can be at full strength when they caught fire down the stretch and won 2 playoff series as the 7th seed. Positions aside, the Lakers pose arguably the biggest threat in the West, second to Denver, based on what we saw in the 2023 postseason, and the team has learned better than to put too much weight on their regular season standing. The West standings are in a constant state of flux right now, and there's no way to know how things will end up until the moment finally arrives. As it stands, the Lakers would have to win 2 play-in games to even advance to the playoffs, one at home against the Warriors and one on the road against either New Orleans, Sacramento, or the Phoenix Suns, depending on who wins on the other side of the play-in bracket. Assuming the Lakers make the cut and advance to the playoffs, they will either face the Timberwolves, Nuggets, or Thunder in round 1, and all 3 opponents would give them a bitter fight. After their most recent game, the current situation has the Lakers pinned up against Minnesota, and it's probably their preferred matchup. As good as the Wolves have been with Rudy Gobert down low and Anthony Edwards leading the way, their youth and inexperience will be exposed in the playoffs, and LeBron James is better than anyone at using his knowledge and understanding of the sport to his ultimate advantage. Of course, with Anthony Davis under the rim, the Lakers are particularly well suited to handle Minnesota's size and defensive intensity, which primarily comes from veteran star big man Rudy Gobert. While the Lakers would likely still come in as underdogs in the series, they could give the Timberwolves a serious scare in the right conditions, and the same can be said for their chances against most teams in the West. Lakers legend recalls how Magic Johnson almost requested a trade. Magic Johnson spent his entire NBA career playing for the Los Angeles Lakers and remains one of the biggest icons of that team and the entire league. However, there was a time when he was thinking of saying goodbye to the purple and gold. That's according to Lakers legend Michael Cooper, who shared the story of when Johnson wanted to be traded from the team. Cooper told Nick Gelso that there was a season when Johnson was wildly unhappy with how the team was playing. Although they were winning games, every single one was a struggle, and they weren't playing the way they were supposed to. Sitting at the Houston airport, Johnson told Cooper and others that he didn't like the status of the Lakers and was thinking of leaving them behind. Of course, Johnson ended up staying with the Lakers, which was of course incredibly good news for the team. Johnson is still considered one of the best NBA stars of all time, averaging 19.5 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 11.2 assists per game. He was a game-changer when it came to assists and is still celebrated as the best passer the league has ever seen. Johnson was a crucial part of the Showtime Lakers era, and if the team had lost him, they would have been greatly impaired and their success would have dwindled instantly. Whatever issues Johnson had with the Lakers were obviously solved because he stayed put in Los Angeles and finished his career with the team. He is one of the select few NBA icons who remained with one squad for the entirety of his time in the league and is still very close to the Lakers organization. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Magic Johnson? Leave your opinion in the comments.